Now, this video is about how to retire at 40. I mean, how exactly do you plan yourself so that you can be able to retire at 40? And by the way, before I even say anything, come on, I hope you are not, I hope you right now you're watching this video, you are not 39 years old and 9 months, because you're barely 3 months before you hit the 40. Ain't gonna do something magical within the 3 months and retire at 40. Come on, if you didn't put your finances in order. I mean, let's be sincere. Let's be sincere. This video is more appropriate to the individuals who are at around 25 years. Okay, let's say legal age of 18 years all the way to say 35. Okay, this is the message that will actually resonate well with them. Let's say 35 to 36, around there. At least give yourself an average period of 4 or 5 years. Okay, if you're above that, the message may not really be able to, resonate with you. But hey, listen, if you're watching this video and you're already above 40 years old, say, how about you give yourself like, okay, fine, I can still borrow the concept, and I'd be like, okay, fine, I didn't manage to retire at 40, but I can borrow the concept and use it for me to retire, say, at 50 or 50 or even 60, because we all get this information at different times. So that means everyone watching this video, you are now qualified to watch it to the end. And don't forget, this is Good Joseph, and I come here to, excuse me, and I come here to make videos investing, or rather, matters pertaining investing, savings, and anything related to exactly that. All right, let's get on the business. And by the way, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure that you subscribe so that you never miss a good video from my video. Let's go the business now. Here we are. See, we want to retire at 40. Okay, retire at 40. So the first question you should ask yourself, what is 40 to you? Where are you right now? That's the very first question. Where are you right now? Say you're watching me at 25. Okay, so you're watching me at 25, so you have 15 years to go. You're watching me at 30, you have yourself 10 years to go. You're watching me at 35, you have yourself 5 years to go. Okay, let's even say you're watching me at 37, you have yourself 3 years to go. Okay, let's even say here you're watching me at 20, you have yourself how many years to go? Damn, you have yourself 20 years to go. Now, these are 5 different people, okay? A, B, C, D, A, or E, or whatever. Now, see, you have 5 people who 40 years means different to them. Are we together? See, how the 20 years old will receive this message is different from how the 35 years old will receive this message, because for God's sake, they only have 5 years to hit 40 years. Now, the second question you should ask yourself before we go to the practical thing. See, what I'm doing, I'm laying the foundation for you to understand. Now, the point is, when you actually you want to retire at 40, then what does the retirement mean to you? Because it also means different things to different people. Some people be like, retiring means not working. Some people, retiring means working, but that working is actually optional. Yes, you can work if you want to, but it's optional. Some people be like, you know what, retiring is exclusively getting myself into me doing my own things, or having my own time to pursuing my passions and all those kind of things. So what does retirement mean to you? And that what it means to you, quantify a financial figure. Now, give it how do you call it? Give it quantify it in terms of the finances. How much does it cost? For example, I received a call from a guy in diaspora, told me, hey, Joseph, I'm 50 years old. I want to go back home, and I would like to get an investment that will be giving me 400,000 each and every month. And I don't want to involve myself in business, just putting my money somewhere where it's working for me. Hey, how much, Joseph, do I need to invest in 5 years' time from now so that I be getting that amount of money? You need 40 million. Okay, 40 million. Do you have it? No, but I have 30. Okay, so if you need 40 but you have 30, then how can we be able to find the 5 within the period of 4 or 5 years? You get what I'm talking about. So find out what retirement means to you. Find out what age 40 means to you. And 3, find out how much you need to pump into an invest. There's someone who'll be like, you know what, by the time if I hit 14, I'll be getting 100,000 in a month. I'll be able to do all my things without having any stresses. Now, how do you then, let's get into practical. How do you do it? How do you do it? Okay, how do you do it? Okay, how I do it is different from how you can do it. Now, how do you do it? Ask yourself, if your retirement simply means you not working actively, That means that you're talking about money working for you. You know, you want to make your money work harder than you do. Therefore, it means you investing. Okay. Now, how do you do it? Are you on salary right now as you speak? Yes, you are. How much do you make? Okay, you make 50K, okay? So you make that 50K, okay? So how much do you usually spend, say, in your recurrent expenditures? You know, we call them the, this money that we usually spend for survival, eating, transport, if you're paying rent, and what have you. You survive on 30, for instance, then you have yourself 20K. So you have a 20K per month to actually spare for that investment purposes. Then you can take that 20, pick a vehicle. Now, this is where it's very tricky for most of the people don't understand. Pick a vehicle that will take you to a retirement at the age 40. Let's say you're watching this video and yourself at 30, so you have 10 years to go and you have 20,000 to spend to spare each and every month. Pick a vehicle that will take you here. Listen, there are a variety of investments options that you can go with. There are bills, there are bonds, there are pension funds, there are things we call them the whole life, insurances. We have things like endowment funds. We have rates. We have a lot of vehicles that can take you to a retirement or say into an investment. Pick that what works for you. For example, say you need a vehicle that you put your money and your money you can withdraw anytime. You need a vehicle that money is actually giving you compound interest. Number two, you need a vehicle that you can top up your money each and every time that you need, and you don't have to be sort of like, hey, have you put your money this month? Like insurance policies that they usually follow each other. You don't need that kind of an investment. Now, you find a vehicle or you find an investment that actually bears that characteristics. Are we together? Then you pick that vehicle and actually be depositing your money out there and do so continuously in that period of 10 years. And this is that period we usually say it's a do or die. You commit yourself fully and be like, you know what? I want to sacrifice myself. I pull up my socks. I sacrifice. I remain disciplined and consistency within the next 10 years, within the 15 years, within 5 or 3, or whichever the time that it is. And that when that time hits, kicks in, then I'll be able to achieve that what I need. Then the issue of me working, it will be actually be optional. Are we together? Now, what have we done? You picked yourself a vehicle that works for you. For example, let's say you're watching this video and you're around 25 years old. For sure, probably you don't have a lot of money. Let's say you're even earning a little, say 20K in a month. 20K, you're eating a whole of say 15K. You're only remaining with 5K. So you only have 5K to spare and you have yourself 15 years to go. And remember, there's something I told you. If you can take 5K each and every month and you get yourself a return of approximately 13%, then you have yourself $1 million in a period of 10 years. You can just imagine what will happen in a period of 15 years. Are we together? So if you keep on putting, and by the way, listen, you're getting this money to an investment in a period of 15 years. You know what we have assumed? We have assumed that in the next 15 years, things will remain constant. You'll never be putting 5K, nothing else. You're not getting any job upgrade. You're not getting anything more. You have not seen an opportunity in terms of a business. We are holding a lot of things constant. Okay, including you being alive anyway. So the point is, maybe you can accumulate this money. By the time you hit 300,000, boom, you get an opportunity to start a business. You go there, you get more money, you move to the next level. It all needs you to pick one thing, remain focused, consistency, and you can do something. It's as simple as that. Sounds complicated, but it's not that complicated. Are we together? So you pick yourself. And by the way, listen, the more time you have, the more you can leverage on it. The lesser the time you have, the more you leverage on the amount of money. For example, somebody who is at 25, taking yourself 5K for the next 15 years, that's a quite of a huge chunk of cash. Somebody at 30, you have yourself 10 years. It means that you have to invest more compared to the guy at this amount of money. Let's say somebody who is at 37 years old, you have yourself 3 years. That means the shorter the period of time, the more money you need to pump in for you to achieve that particular target. See, now, for you to achieve the retirement at 40, quantify the period of time, identify the amount of money that you can be able to spare out each and every month, run that against the target that you need when you retire. And please, let us learn how to quantify in terms of the amount. Let us learn to know, hey, you know what? I'm so and so. If I can get X amount of money each and every month from an investment without me being involved directly, I am good to go. So at the back of your figure, you already know I need 100,000 each and every month. If I need 100,000 each and every month, therefore I need to have myself like 10 million in an investment. Then you embark on the journey. How do I raise 10 million within the next period of time that you have there? Say if you're that 5, you realize you can't raise that amount of money in 3 years. There is nothing wrong. You can adjust 3 things. 1, you can adjust the goal. Are we together? You can have maybe a goal of less than 10 million. That is 100,000 each and every month. Two, you can adjust the period of time. You are that far, you'll be like, you know what? Can't get that in 40 years, but can get it in 50 years. That is 13 years. You can adjust the time. Two, you can adjust the amount of money that you're saving. If let's say you are saving 100,000 in a month, you can make it 200 if that is possible financially. Are we together? So you can actually adjust yourself in 3 ways. But if you remain in a denial state, you really need 40 years, or you really need to achieve the financial freedom within the 3 years that you have, but the financial is not capable, then you'll have yourself what we call a conflict of interest. You'll have internal conflict. This is where we usually say, hey, you can desire for an A, but your brain can deliver you a C. Are we together? So it's good to be realistic to your life. Okay? Now, when you do now things, and of course, when you want to retire at 40, you find out whom you actually hanging around, what you consume. This is not the time to consume rumors, who separated with who, which celebrity bought what car, and where do they live, and such kind of a thing. Of course, you can sort of watch them for entertainment purposes, but listen, when you're actually facing some financial difficulties, I don't think it's the time to entertain yourself. It's the time to educate yourself. Understand what you're doing. There's no you can sit somewhere watching football throughout the night and playing games, entertaining yourself, and you're broke. You should be educating yourself. By the way, sure, I know entertaining yourself, gives you like sort of like, feel good, but this is not the time to actually consider how you feel. You're on crisis. Go out there, learn. So if you want to achieve this goal, it's time to educate yourself. Consume materials that are helping you. How can I save more? How can I invest more? How can I become a person of integrity? How can I get myself be trusted by more people? How can I be reliable? How can I grow myself? How can I move to the next level? How do successful people behave? What do I do? And all those kind of things. Do you even know that within 6 months you can totally transform yourself? That is exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, I did share with you some financial aspect on what you're supposed to do, but there are other social aspects that can actually deny you hitting that particular goal. You have to remain committed. You have to encircle yourself with individuals who are the same mission. Don't hang around with people whom you're just, they are not even adding any value to you and such kind of a thing. So anyway, guys, listen, if you want to retire at 40 years old, that is the step. Listen, I did not say it is easy. I know what you're going to say. Hey, Joseph, it is easier said than done. Absolutely, it is easier said than done. If it is easier done than said, then everyone will be having it. And that's why you find only very few people in life usually succeed. And of course, there are some elements of success, of what we call the luck. But you can't just sit there and wait when the luck will come in. You won't even know whether you are lucky. This is where we say the success is usually paramount when the preparedness meets luck. That is it. Okay, or when the luck meets preparedness, that when you actually realize the success. Remember what I told you guys, the success is usually an intersection between 2 points. That's the luck and hard work. That is it, guys. I hope I made something out of this video, and if I did, go ahead and hit that like button. Might be a short video, but I hope you get something out of it. And remember, 40 is quite of an interesting year, and let no one ever told you that or tell you that life begins at 40. No, 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 no. Life begins as far as you're breathing. You're alive. Do something about it. Are we together? And that is exactly how you grow yourself to the next level. I'm also pushing myself. Well, of course, I'm not yet 40. I can't deny. I can't lie about that. I'm 33 years old. So yeah, I'm still pushing by the God's grace. And if it is by His will, let's see by 40 years what we'll actually be having out there. And if you're lucky watching this video at 20, oh my goodness, we didn't have an individual to share with us what we're supposed to be doing at that particular age. So how about we see each other in the next video? And by the way, don't forget, my number is always on the description of this particular video. Make sure that you grab it, shoot me a call, let's talk business. On Isaac, goodbyes.